Alright guys, welcome back to a gray Pennsylvania. This is what it has looked like for most of the year. You see, there's a winter storm coming. It's I don't know how many thousand miles away for tomorrow night, and some more precipitation, some more rain here. It is just a muddy. Basically, those fields down there have not had a chance to dry out. All year long they were wet. We just didn't have a dry spell. So I'm out today on the ATV. And let's go into gear here. It is just a snowy week. We've had snow every other night. Every other night it snowed. Of course, it is March. We got daylight savings coming. March is when we get a lot of our snowstorms. I don't know if you guys can see it. Right in there are the train tracks. I'd said in one of my videos that the train, you hear the train sometimes in my videos. It's hauling coal, and that's where the cut is, I think. Is that the train tracks? Because they come out, yeah. So they come out through there. I don't know. I'll come back with you. Alright, so I don't really know where today's video is going, but here's a view I'm sure you guys haven't seen a whole lot of. This is where the soybeans were. Usually I'm up there on that road filming this way. You get to see a little bit better the way the land is. This is a tree line behind me. I did talk about an old picture I saw that I thought that this was farmed at one time in there, but I'm not sure looking at it now. We'll revisit that. This is that hard hill where it just drops off. It just goes down, and you can probably stand down there with a flag that was up in the air 30 feet, still not see it, 40 feet. It just dips down, but that right there, that tree line is the tree line that separates another field. There's a field up on the other side of that I farm. So, and then this is that kind of this dumb tree line here, right in the middle of everything. That's there to act as like a berm. I think they had it as a berm, and the trees grew up and they just left it. Those trees are loaded with poison ivy, and that one's dead. One of those is dead. Those little ones are just coming along. Anyway, it should, by rights, it should get cleared out just because of the poison ivy. I didn't get down to spray that, but that berm is there, and then that's where that center waterway's going, and that's about half of it to that tree. But the waterways, like I say, it's going to be going from up there all the way down through. I'm hoping when that waterway's there, we can clean this area here up, that it won't be necessary anymore. I don't know if it will or not. But farming around trees, this would be a pretty big field acreage wise, all the way up to that hay field up there. And then of course you're going to have the waterway in the middle. But this tree line here, if that was eliminated and you can combine this whole lower area, that makes for a nice big field. Then of course we have fields that go out through there, just to give you a different view here. I don't usually get, now that I have the four-wheeler, I can get to more areas without I wouldn't want to drive through with my pickup truck. It's a little bit muddy yet, but the four-wheeler's kind of just floating across it. So yeah, a little bit of a different view here. All right, I'll come back with you. All right, so here's yet another view. So the problem with this area here is you got trees on this side and you got trees on this side, and it's not very wide from here to where that trench is, where the waterway is going. So you only have nothing really grows under here, and nothing really grows down in there. It's out maybe 6-8 rows until it gets the sunlight, because with this trees and the cover over the crops, it's not getting the sunshine on two sides. So you go out 8 rows, and then you only have a couple rows until you reach that waterway. And usually those rows on that end are a little wet because of the waterways not doing its job. So then this is the other half. I showed you guys that tree down all the way through into the woods. Down there's like a cliff from the erosion. So then that strip over there, it starts off wet, and then it kind of has a rise to it, and then it butts into a hayfield. The hayfield was planted because it's kind of going this way. So the hayfield there is a good idea because it helps with the erosion when you're going this way toward the buildings. But this here again with this tree line here, I gotta look at that picture again, but This, I just can't see that they farmed this at one time. Just looking through there, I would have to go on foot to see, but a lot of these trees in this tree line, like, they really should get trimmed back a little bit to let some light in here. But it's just how it is farming in around woods. I mean, there's not much you can do, but there's a lot of wasted, the fields that are here, there's a lot of wasted growing space just because of the cover from the trees. But there, if it's not farmable, what else can you have there but trees? I mean, that's, unless you can clear it off and put a pasture in, but you're too far away from everything. So yeah, this is the long run. This waterway, like I say, it's gonna be from there all the way around. Like I say, I don't know if it's 2,000 feet long or 1,500. I don't know. So, all right, on to another spot. Okay, so here's another spot, and this isn't the whole farm. I'm just trying to identify some of the problem areas. You can see the space over there, the amount of field you have to work with. That looks like a dog over there now. I wonder if there's somebody up here walking their dog or something. Well, I guess I got to come back the way I came and see what that is. Anyway, you see the amount of area here. If you look out over everything, you see how rolly it is in some places. There's a lot of area here where you're not dealing with trees. From that tree line there all the way out through, it's pretty good when you get more that way. But this area of the farm isn't, this ground isn't very good right here. This is a lot of clay here and not a lot of organic matter from what I've been able to find. Corn hasn't done very well and the beans haven't done very well. I was dumping that hay chaff here, but anyway, that chicken manure is going to get spread. I'm going to start down in there and fill in that little wing. There's another berm there to help control the water, and from that little, I don't know how many acres that little plot is, but we're going to put the manure there. We're going to come out and do this whole area here. I don't know, I can't see the screen, so I don't know what I'm pointing at, but this whole area is going to get the manure. And then once this, in this end, I want to coat pretty heavy just because of how it is here. The ground is just poor. Get over into there, get some manure along there, but I want to stay away from this waterway project, so I'm not losing fertility to bulldozers and all that kind of stuff. And then once we have some left, we're going to head back out to where we were and put that. This is all going to be corn next year, so we want to get a good crop. And it's not all bad, it's just you start here at this tree line, and this tree line isn't really a problem because the sun is kind of here. This isn't bad here, this tree line, but the ground, for whatever reason, it's just poor. It's like a clay in this spot. I mean, there's areas where weeds don't even grow, so got to keep working at this spot. And it only goes up to, I want to say maybe out there, and then it gets better. And then as you go out through, it gets better. So I think the average yield on this plot in 2017 when we had corn, I think we did about 135 in there, so it's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. My best areas this year we did 118. So anyway, just driving around here. I think I'm gonna end it there. My battery says it's getting low. So all right guys, I figured I'd go for a drive today. I figured I'd take you with. It is so gray. All my videos this year are just last year, this year, but there is a winter storm coming. It's very damp, so we'll see what happens. All right guys, thanks for watching. Boy, I hope the camera's picking this up. I can't tell, I can't see what's on the screen, but we are supposed to get snow in about 20 minutes. I don't know if you guys can see it. Can you see the snow coming? See how the mountain gets lighter and it disappears? You can't even see it. I don't know, I'll have to watch the video, but I can't tell if it's showing up. But that's west, it's coming from the west, kind of southwest, that direction. So yeah, there comes our snow. That's neat. All right, now I'm done. I'll see you later.